Okay, so what we're demonstrating today is a short arm cast. This is the most common sort of cast that we'd use for fractures around the wrist, so distal radius, distal ulna and the carpal bones. Now the principles with casting are fairly similar across different materials. Typically what's involved is a liner next to the skin and then a firmer casting material on top of the liner to immobilize the joints. When it comes to the casting that's typically done and that we do, we very occasionally use a non-waterproof liner against the skin, which is this soft synthetic cotton wool material. However, far more popular, and what we're going to demonstrate today, is this material. And this material's a waterproof liner, so it means that patients with a cast can shower without having to bag the limb. They can swim in pools and be largely unrestricted in the sorts of activities that they do. So what we're going to demonstrate today is a waterproof liner, and we're going to use a rigid red, in this case, casting material on top of that. In the cases of really small children or very old people with very frail and delicate skin, I'd use a semi-rigid casting tape like this one, which doesn't require a saw to come off. So it's far less distressing for children when it's time to remove it, and you're at far lower risk of damaging older people's skin when it is particularly delicate. But for today, and given our patient is young and healthy, we'll use waterproof liner and a rigid casting tape, standard practice. So to start, what we do is just wrap the limb in the padding. All we need is just a temporary piece of sticky tape to hold that liner in place, and our cast that we put on over the top will be sufficient after that. Okay, so we're going to pop the casting material on now. Now this sets relatively quickly, within about 5 minutes when exposed to air, and a little bit quicker if exposed to water. So we'll wrap the tape on, spray with a little bit of water, and the cast will set relatively quickly. Typically we just fold the edges over down here at the bottom. Again, just to ensure that there are no rough casting tape edges touching the skin. Now all we need to do from here is just help the cast set. So we'll just spray with a little bit of water and shape the cast to the limb. A little bit of pressure helps the layers laminate together and provide a stronger cast. As I said earlier, a few minutes exposed to air and the cast will start to set. So a couple of minutes, the cast is set, it's completely rigid, and in this situation with a polyester casting tape and a waterproof liner, our patient is now able to shower without having to bag up their arm. They're able to swim in a pool and perform most activities, really just only limited by the pain for their fracture, which will tend to subside quite a lot over the first week of being casted.
If you would like to know more about injuries or general health, please visit our blog at www.ethoshealth.com.au/blog.